In this video, we will show you how to fill out an application for social assistance from NAV. Start by going to NAV.no, then click on Social Services and Guidance. You will now be presented with some options where you should choose the one that best suits your situation. Click on Don't have money for food, housing, or other expenses. You will now see a page with a list of contents with the same topics, with a little more detailed information. Select again, Do not have money for food, housing, or other expenses, and press Financial Social Assistance. You will again see a list of contents where you should select Application, Follow-up, or Complaint. Then click on Apply for Financial Social Benefits. You will now have the choice between applying on paper or digitally. We recommend that you choose to apply digitally. Press Send Digitally to proceed. Click Start Application when you are ready to begin. It is important that NAV has the correct information about you. Please double-check that the information below is correct. This includes name, address, national identity number, and contact information. Also add your account number if it is not already registered. In this section, you must fill in what you are applying for. Write keywords for what you are applying for support for. For example, rent for January and February, food and electricity. You must also provide a brief justification for your application. Here you can, for example, write that you are unemployed. If you have an illness or have a low income, this may also be a reason. Under the section Work and Education, you must make sure that NAV have the correct information about your work history. If incorrect information has been stored, you should write a brief explanation of what is wrong. Check yes or no whether you are employed or a student. Under Family Situation, you must confirm that NAV has the correct information about you and your family situation. NAV will automatically retrieve information from the population register. Check that the correct information is provided about your spouse and any children. You must also check whether your child has shared residence. Shared residence means that the child has 2 or more homes. For example, when the mother and father do not live together and share care. If the child lives with you full-time, check No for shared residence. If the child lives in multiple homes, check Yes. Here you must tick whether you receive or pay child support for 1 or more children. Child support is financial support that one parent pays to the other when the parents do not live together. This contribution is intended to cover the child's needs, such as food, clothing, and other necessary expenses. Check if you receive or pay child support. Here you should tick the box indicating your living situation. Do you own your own home, rent privately, rent from the municipality, or do you not have a place to live? State how many people you live with, not counting yourself. This includes, for example, your spouse, cohabitant, children, or others living in the same household. Under Income and Assets, you must state all of your income. You can check the box to have NAV automatically retrieve information from the tax authorities. Here you must tick yes or no whether you have applied for or received housing benefit in the last 2 months. If you have received money from someone other than your employer and salary in the last 3 months, you should check this box here. This is income such as the sale of property, stock dividends, insurance payments, or similar. If you have not received any such income, check No. Check which accounts you have at the bank. Do you have a checking account, savings account, shares, or BSU? A checking account is the account you use for daily expenses, such as food bills and salary. A savings account is an account where you deposit money to save for the future. BSU, Boligsparing for Ungdom, is a special savings account for those of you who want to save money to buy a home later. If you have any of these accounts, you must attach documentation showing the balance and transactions. Check if you own something of high financial value, e.g., a home, car, caravan, boat, cabin. Even if you own something valuable, you may still be entitled to financial social assistance. If you have assets that you do not disclose, you may be forced to repay the financial assistance you have received at a later date. Check what you pay where you live. If you rent, the most common thing is that you pay rent and electricity. If you own your home, there are municipal taxes and usually mortgage interest payments. If you have other expenses, it is important that you tick these as well. If you have expenses for kindergarten, after-school care, extracurricular activities, dentistry, etc., check yes and attach documentation. During this step, you will upload documentation of your income and expenses. If you have a job, you must enter what you receive in salary and attach a payslip or bank statement. You must also provide the balance on your checking account and upload a balance statement with the same date as your application. Here you must enter how much you pay in rent per month and upload a receipt or invoice for rent. Here you should write how much you pay for electricity each month and upload a receipt or invoice. Under General Documentation, you must upload your tax return and tax settlement from the last year. If you have other expenses for which you are applying for support, you can attach documentation of this here. Provide a brief description of what you are applying for and enter the amount. You will now see a summary of all the entries you have filled out. Once everything is filled out and documentation is uploaded, you can submit the application. You will receive a confirmation email. Remember to note the case number so you can follow up on the case later. NAV will process your application as quickly as possible. You can log into NAV.no to check your status. If NAV needs more information about your application, they will contact you. You will receive a letter stating what information NAV needs and how you can document this. To forward documents, go to Menu and find Resubmission. Enter Financial Social Assistance in the search field. Click on Financial Social Assistance and then on Submit Documentation. If you have completed a digital application for financial social assistance, we recommend that you submit the documentation digitally. You are now finished with your application. Thank you for watching our video on how to fill out an application for financial social assistance. If you have any questions or if anything is unclear, please contact your advisor at the Refugee Service.